It's Amy from YosoBoho. Welcome back to my channel and another Tuesday night video. Now normally in the past several weeks we've been doing a Tuesday tabletop thrift haul thing. But tonight I actually do have some shopping footage, just a little bit, from the place that my mom and I went. And I'm going to share that with you. So it'll be a little bit of shop, but mostly haul. There are a few things I want to talk about before I get there, and one is I want to share this beautiful piece of jewelry that I have. I got this a few weeks ago and I've been wanting to wear it and share it, and today was the day. It is an Ethiopian filigree. All of these are tiny little wires. And I ordered it from Laura Caldwell. If you don't know who she is, she's kind of the boho princess. Her and I have very similar style, and I have mad respect for what she does. She's a very cheerful, happy person, and I always love watching her videos. Once in a while, she finds something that I have to have, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I was born in Ethiopia on a naval base, and when this popped up, I had to have it. It's not a perfect piece. If you can tell, there's a section right here that is missing. And I haven't decided if I love it because of that or if I'm going to remove just a section over here and make it symmetrical. I don't know yet, but I absolutely love it. The whole piece is Ethiopian made vintage brass, and I love it. So I wanted to share that with you. Second, I lied. I totally lied to you last week when I told you that we would be looking at my miniature haul today from the flea market that Irf and I went to, because that's completely out of order. It's actually going to be next Tuesday. So please forgive me if you were like waiting with bated anticipation for miniatures. They are coming, but I had to kind of go in order. And this thrift haul on this day is kind of a two-parter actually this week, because my mom and I hit two places where both of them were having 50% off of everything in the store. And that's amazing. So today I'm going to show you the one place where I got 50% off of everything. And then Thursday, it'll be the second place where I got 50% off of everything. Whew, okay, that's the business. Let's actually get to the thrift. On this day, Mom and I got up early and we drove to Aurora, where the Volunteers of America thrift shop is. Now, I've been there once before. I shared it in a video with the, I don't know if you remember it, but with the ukulele banjo-lele, beautiful vintage old instrument, and the hula girl that danced and, you know, crazy turned around, and the Iris Apfel necklace. Anyway, some of my favorite things I found on that day at this place. I will share that up here if you haven't seen it. Of course, you can go back. This particular day, I didn't know what we had in store for us because, you know, everything being half off, who knows? Mom and I got there early, but not early enough. We got there at about 9:30, 9:45. They opened the door at 10. They only allow 6 people to go in and shop at one time. It's such a small place. So we were standing outside knowing at that point, I think we were like 7 and 8. We knew we were going to have to wait till at least a few people got done shopping so that we could go in. Yeah, it was a little stressful, but I captured a little bit of footage. I really wanted to kind of take you shopping with me, but keep some things in mind. There was a long line of people waiting to get into this place. So we knew that we were going to try and get in and get out pretty quickly so that these other people could get a chance to get in there too. I did not look up everything. I missed like a big bolo right in the front door that I will share with you, of course, so that you can keep an eye out for it. But yeah, it was like I turned on the camera when I had a chance to just kind of show you the inside of the place. Really excited to show you. So take a look at some of the footage and we'll jump back here and I'll share with you the first thing that I got. Literally right inside the front door was this area where there was some silverware and things. I'm going to freeze frame right here to show you this piece is something to keep your eye out for. It is a corkscrew set designed by Michael Graves, and it is worth money, especially in the box. I cried when I looked it up, but maybe somebody will find it now because I'm pointing it out. Yeah, here is just kind of a look at the porch. This is what we could see from the outside. There were two things that I could see through that window when we were waiting outside, and I was praying anybody else that went in there just didn't notice them. One of them is this bird right here. This is a brown pelican. He's created, you know, carved and painted like a shorebird. He's quite striking. I love his profile, and his painting is really great. I have done really well selling shorebirds on eBay, and I think that he will sell very quickly. He has an original price tag on him of $27.99. There's no identifier on here where it sold. It just says brown pelican, and it has a UPC. They had him for $6.96, which means I paid just about $3.50 for him. And I think I can expect probably that 30-ish price range, right about what he retailed for. The other piece that I could see through the window was this piece. And I was like, please be there. It was like the first thing I grabbed, actually. I love it. I love the blown glass. It is blown through this metal. And when I saw it, I just thought mid-century modern, and, you know, it struck me as kind of a brutalist type of piece. It's very much up my alley as far as my taste. And so that's why I was excited to see it. But now that I've done some research, my immediate instinct was to hold on to it, and now I feel like there's so many other collectors of this designer that I'm going to have to list it, because it just doesn't have the same meaning to me as I'm sure it will to a lot of other people. So the designer is a Mexican designer. His name is Philippe Derflinger. I'm going to put it here, of course. But he was a brutalist designer, mid-century modern brutalist designer, and this is called cased or imprisoned glass. So if you ever find a piece like that, those are your key words. It's where they blow the glass through these metal sheets and they get this kind of bubble effect, and it's beautiful. And this color is stunning, and it's got all of these great bubbles in it. I believe it's made of recycled glass. It still has the Made in Mexico sticker on it. And I can't find anything like this, which is kind of exciting. I found tumblers and shot glasses and decanters, and I have found nothing like this in a canister form with a lid. Now, it does have a tiny bit of damage inside the lid. It's very minor, but I'm still probably looking at least $100 here, which is really cool. And that's just with the small bit of knowledge that I have. I think a little bit more research is going to be needed, but I paid $4.94 for this piece, which is crazy. That means I paid, you know, less than $2.50. And this is a very rare designer piece. And that's really cool. This is why I do what I do. I find things like this and I'm just like, you know, I get goosebumps. I start to do the research and I get even bigger. I get goosebumps. Oh, my goosebumps. But that's exciting, and I'm going to be really happy to see somebody get this who, you know, has a really great collection by this designer. Now, there were a couple of smaller pieces on the porch that I picked up as well. One of them was this really pretty piece of brown drip. It's a McCoy, has this cute little spout, and for 45 cents, I just could not walk away from it. It was one of those no-brainers. I'll probably put it in the shop and ask, you know, just a few dollars, maybe $6 for it. The other thing that you actually saw me opening the silverware drawers. This set was not in that drawer, but it was near there in the porch. And these are a red-handled Food Network flatware set. I believe there's 20 pieces in here. And I'll share with you the last time they sold. I believe they sold at auction for just over 20 bucks. I got these for $5. I will not be putting them up for auction. I will do them as a buy it now, and I'm probably going to be more in the $25 to $30 range. And then now we're in the back room and I find these pieces, and let me share these with you. They're so adorable. They are 2 pottery plates made in Portugal. They're so whimsical and fun. We got a chicken. I think he just popped out an egg. And a cow. They're made by Mold Pottery, Molde, in Portugal. And it looks like they're both about $20 a piece. Now I paid half of $2.92, so less than $1.50, and that's amazing. I could turn 3 possibly into close to 40 bucks with these guys. I just love that. I was on the fence about this framed piece right here in front of me. You can see I'm kind of looking at it. I look away, I look back. I couldn't get over the inlay on that frame, so I do end up grabbing it, but I'm checking out some other things around here, including these little chests down here. And then, of course, I snag it. And you'll see a little bit later, I'm showing it to my mom, getting her opinion on it. It was framed locally, and I'll talk about this a little bit on camera, but I'm pretty sure that both of these things probably originated in Africa, so maybe it was just assembled locally. I'm not quite sure. Those hooks up there were really cool, and I looked at them and just looked past them. And I didn't check out this painting either. It's torturous to watch these things back. For anybody who doesn't do this, I know everybody who's a YouTuber who is potentially watching gets it, but and sometimes it's torture when you're watching back and you're like, why didn't I check that out? How did I miss that? I was in such a rush. I really did feel very anxious in here, just because I knew how bad it felt to be standing outside. This was a huge bag of Lincoln logs, but they were the modern ones. I don't remember the price on that, but I probably could have made a little bit of money on those. I'll share some comps if I find them. And I like this bench. I like the color of the fabric, but I just didn't have a vision for it, and I don't think it's something that I would have sold in the shop. Here I'm taking a look at the books, and I think this is when my mom walks over. Yep, and then I show her this framed beast. She's looking at it with me because she works with papers, and so I was kind of asking her, I'm like, is this well done? Is this something that, you know, has value, you think? It's these natural kind of grass-like papers. And then, of course, I pointed out how beautiful the frame was, and that, you know, regardless of the art inside, the frame itself was something that somebody would love. This, I think I have figured out, this creature is a spiral-horned antelope, an African beast. And so I'm guessing this is something that came from Africa. This looks like a paper. It's like a layered paper. Probably natural grasses. Can you see that? It's layered and cut paper. So the beast himself, he's cool. This looks very boho, very kind of cool. The frame is what I was just kind of drooling over because of the amount of work here. The other work around here is not inlaid. It's like a stain treatment. And I think it was actually made to go with this, this art here because it kind of, you know, echoes the coloration in the picture. So altogether, it's a pretty cool piece. I paid $7.97 and half of that is $4. I don't know yet what I'll price it, but I'll likely hang it up at the shop on our wall. And, you know, even at 20 bucks, somebody would get a beautiful frame, and it's a pretty good flip. We're still in this back room area, and I spotted this bar cart, which I don't know if I walked right past it the first time or if I kind of glanced over and knew I would come back around. But this is I love this. This is mid-century modern. It's a 2-tier bar cart, and it worked out perfectly because I was able to use it to carry all the rest of my stuff. So that's what I'm doing here, kind of loading it up since I've been walking around with these things. It was great. Once I got that all situated there, Mom and I were discussing what she was finding and looking for, and she said she had been debating on a couple of different plastic bins. This woman is crazy organized when it comes to her card making and her card station. Take a look at what she is working with. I'm always impressed when we go out and she looks for some of these plastic bins because they're expensive and she gets them cheap and super smart. And I'm so impressed with how she sets things up. All right, so out into this new room. Sorry about the camera angle here. I'm probably just trying to work around people and not catching anybody on film. I'm taking a look at some shoes, but I really don't know what I'm looking for or looking at. And those are things that I do want to learn more about, but I need to look up. I just did not have the time here to look them up. There was some luggage over here, and I don't think those were the bins that Mom ended up with. I think they were white bins, but there were some good plastic drawers there. And checking out some linens. That was just a bedspread, not a real quilt. I kind of want to go back here. See that teapot? Why didn't I check out that teapot? I kind of want to go back here on a not 50% off day again. Maybe my aunt will meet me over there because it was nice to go through this place at our own pace when we were there the first time. This just felt really rushed, and believe me, I'm not complaining. I was happy to be there and happy to find the things I found. Okay, near the counter they had some more valuable things, and on my first walk through I picked these up. These were probably my most exciting find. That Mexican piece, that designer piece, is probably, real close, but these were extremely exciting. I picked these up and I saw that they had a price tag of almost $50 on them, which made them $25. And so I thought, they know what they have. I better look them up, but I kind of know that $25 is a very, very fair price for these. They are made by Dansk. And if you know me and you've been around for a while, you know I don't pass by Dansk. Everything I pick up that is marked Dansk has sold, and it sold pretty quickly. So these are Dansk steak knives. There are 6. They are in beautiful condition. They are teak handled, and the style of these is called Ford or Fjord. Fjord. These are highly sought after, and I will share the comps with you, but I'm expecting to list these about $250. Yes, $250 for 6 steak knives. It's amazing. The crazy thing is, within about a week of me finding these, I was on another Facebook group, and a woman posted that she found an entire, not only the flatware set, but the box that they came in on the bottom shelf of a Goodwill. And I told her, I'm like, whoa, I just found 6 of those knives, and I told her what I plan to list them for. And so we went back and forth, and I think she's gonna be listing them extremely high. She was beyond excited, and I was too for her. Oh my gosh. I was excited to find 6 steak knives. So this was probably like the find of the day. There were a couple of small things by the counter that I grabbed. I think I had originally got distracted by the knives there. So I missed a few things, and I grabbed them when we went back to that area. And then as I was checking out, I actually grabbed a couple more things. So I'll share all of those with you now. This was the first one. It is made by Wilton, who does a lot of pewter and silver plate. This is like a little kid's cup. It's pretty heavy for a kid's cup, but like literally they can hold the ears and, you know, drink their juice. It's cute. It has a date on it of 1985. It's right there on its ear, but super cute. He should go for somewhere in the $15 to $16 range. And I paid $2.50 for him. Then I picked up this adorable 2-piece set, cream and sugar. Here's the cream, cow juice, and here's the sugar. Sweetening. You got your cow juice and your sweetening. I love these. Someone has, I think, just the sugar bowl on eBay for like $28 or $29, which is, I don't know. I have not found the set yet. I've seen both separate. This one with a little bit of damage that they were trying to sell for $12.99. So I'm not sure yet. It almost to me looked like a hobbyist piece, but now that I'm seeing multiples out there, it was obviously made by someone. It looks like I have a little bit more work to do, but I'm guessing if I had to just throw a number out there, I'd be around $30 for the set. $29.99 maybe on eBay. I paid half of $5.99 for them, so $3. All right, this is one of those things that I grabbed as I was checking out. I looked over and I glanced at it and I said, how did I miss that huge big cookie jar that looks like a mixer? Look at that. It's fantastic. What's even better is it's made by Treasure Craft. I have been looking for a Treasure Craft cookie jar. Let's get this upright. Now this piece does have a couple of flaws, but they are in the base. So you can see them right here. There's a couple of chips. When it's sitting on a counter, they are hard to see, but they're still there. So it's not a perfect piece. I paid half of 16, so I paid $8 for it. And these go, I've seen them go in the $40 range. I would say with that damage on them, I'm likely going to be, you know, under that, maybe 25 to 30 bucks, which is pretty good for $8. I'll take it. And I will probably be putting this at the shop because it's so loud and bright and I think it'll catch somebody's attention. There are currently 4 of these listed on eBay, but none sold right now, which is not a great sell-through rate. So that's the kind of thing that's been helping me make the decision of, do I want to put it in the shop or do I want to put it on eBay? So this one's gonna head to the shop. And the last thing I grabbed at the counter was this crazy teapot. Look at this thing. Check the detail out. The typewriter comes off. That's the part where you put the liquid in. But look at this. It's like a whole story. It's a murder novelist desk and they're, you know, they got the gun there and there's a whole story here. It's designed by Cardew, C-A-R-D-E-W. There are no marks on it, but, you know, through some research, I found out that that's who made it. These sell pretty well, but guess what? None of the ones that are listed have this amazing waste paper basket, which I think is probably a little sugar container. Put your sugar cubes in there. None of them. I've seen one that has had this, and I will share some comps with you. I'm guessing this is something that I will list. I'll probably even list it internationally because this was made in England and maybe somebody over there is looking for it. I'll share with you here what I'm thinking I'm gonna list it for. But with this piece, it makes it rare. And that's awesome. I was super thrilled to see this. I paid $10 for it. It was half of like $19.99. Yep, 10 bucks. And it was so funny because as I was standing there checking out, I was like, oh, and I was grabbing stuff. And the woman's just like, yeah, oh yeah, let's add that. You need that. She was very encouraging. Thank you very much. But this was the last thing I put in my cart. I actually used the bar cart, which If you watched, I think it was last week, I took that to the shop already. I will share a picture again of it. I priced it at the shop for $99, which was a really nice price actually. Fingers crossed somebody finds it who has been looking for one of those brass bar carts. That was it. That was the trip. The Volunteers of America thrift shop is quickly becoming one of my favorite places to get out to. I think we'll be like sleeping overnight next time. We're just gonna be first in line, you know, coming out of our car with our coffee at like 6 a.m. I will probably the next time try not to carry that anxiety. I mean, I'm such like a empathetic person that I was like, these people are waiting, I gotta get in and get out. But I think next time I will kind of slow down a little bit and take just even 5 more minutes of time. Then I won't miss something like that corkscrew set. Or I'm sure I missed some other things. Please, if you saw anything in the film that I showed you, point it out and share it with us, what you think I may have missed. I was going fast. And I'm sure there was shoes, there were clothes, there were other things there that I didn't even pay attention to. I just kind of went towards the things that I would naturally gravitate towards. So, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that little alarm button so you know when I put up a new video. Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes on the weekends. Please click that little like button and leave a comment below. Tell me what you liked out of all that we found, or just say hello and share it out so that we can continue to grow the YosoBoho tribe. All right, everybody, take care. I will see you on Thursday.